Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Knights of the Fallen Empire, and we are in the arena. Now, I have fought a little bit more off screen. I tried to get to the point where we were previously, and frankly, I found it very tedious and rather annoying in actual fact. Now, usually these things, they don't really annoy me or anything, but I don't know why, but I found it just amazingly annoying for no reason whatsoever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my reward. Am I going to get my reward? Yes, I am. There we go. There we are. So now we gained 1020 influence with Bodar, and as far as I'm aware, he is now level 3. So basically that gave us 2 influence levels. We need to get him to level 10 for him to actually want to join us. So you can imagine that doing those tournaments is going to be relatively tricky and well, kind of tedious at the best of times. So instead, we are going to get HK-55. Yeah, we can actually get him back. So we're going to travel to the contact, we're going to travel over there, and we're going to see what we can do about finally getting our heroic savior back, who actually saved us from Arkan. So, yes, we're going to see him, and, well, you'll see what's going down with him in just a second. So, yes, here he is. We can actually... Wait a minute. Where do I have to... I have to use the elevator. Well, let's do that, shall we?
Justification. If I wait for my opponents to be ready, they may not die efficiently. Query. Shall we begin again?
Absolutely amazing, isn't it? Oh yes, we have, well, we've seen the devastation that HK can actually bring. As we know, in the montage, when we were fixing up the gravestone in the previous chapter, HK was standing outside and he absolutely blasted all of the wildlife to basic smithereens. So, yeah, let's speak to him and see what he has to say.
Recognition. Your facial scan matches Dr. Ogorob's research profile. It is a pleasure to meet you, Master.
It's a pleasure to meet you, too, again.
Confession. It is awkward that I cannot share your memories of our past association. Explanation. With the loss of my original memory core, my cognitive parameters have been reset. This includes targeting authorizations. While I am hard-coded to eliminate armed, uniformed enemy combatants, I cannot process other targets without your input. In your absence, I would currently be unable to terminate a wide variety of potential threats. A truly unacceptable state of affairs.
Let's get that fixed right away. I need you operating at full capacity.
Appreciation. I can see why we function well together. We both prize efficiency. Exposition. This testing range has been specifically designed to establish what targets I am authorized to terminate when operating without your direct supervision. I will describe several hypothetical scenarios. You will authorize or forbid me from terminating specific targets in them. Quite simple, really.
This isn't necessary. I always trust your judgment, HK.
Apology. A blanket authorization is insufficient, Master. These are life and death decisions, after all. Instruction. The scenarios are ready at your command. My future assassinations rest in your hands.
Very well. Okay, this is going to be very, very cool in my opinion. So let's move on over to the target range console and see what's going on.
Scenario. I am assigned to disable an anti-aircraft cannon deep within enemy territory. In addition to armed guards, unarmed enemy personnel and civilian contractors are present, along with one over-eager journalist. Elimination of the guards goes without saying, but timely destruction of the cannon is mission critical. Which meatbags am I authorized to terminate?
Ah, there we go. Okay, so we're going to have to see what we can do here. Enemy-affiliated civilian, enemy military forces unarmed, and civilian press. Okay, well, considering they are civilians, we are going to probably forbid termination.
Approval. Let them tell others what they've seen. Intimidation. Run, meatbags! I can still terrify them, correct?
Oh, yeah, that is amazing. That is amazing. Okay, so these guys are military forces, so I suppose we will just authorize termination on those.
Rationale. They signed up for this.
Well, they did, yes, they did sign up for this, but for the most part, I would feel like we are probably fighting
A group of civilians
Sky Troopers.
have critical intelligence. I've been assigned to escort them to an Alliance safe house. Armed meatbags attack us en route. Complication. The attack occurs in a crowded marketplace. The attackers have no markings identifying their faction. Every blaster bolt counts, Master. Who will be receiving them?
Ah, okay, well, these guys are apparently the problem here. This is a confirmed hostile, so let us eliminate that.
Excellent.
This one does seem to be having something to do with our allied civilians, so let's kill that one.
Acceptance. Wrong place, wrong time.
Or all of them, in actual fact, yes, let's do that. And there's an unknown droid here. I think we can kill that, and we will...
Introspection. Less satisfying than meatbags.
It is, I agree. It is less satisfying than meatbags, but yes, now we can protect our allied civilians. So apparently we just killed everyone apart from our allies.
Suspicion? They could have arranged the ambush.
Really? Oh, well that's interesting actually.
Scenario. Sabotage. Our headquarters lab facilities have been compromised by unidentified enemy agents. Containment failure of this scale could release any number of hazards. Biological contagions, self-adapting data viruses, predatory wildlife. Not to mention the perpetrator of the sabotage, still at large and potentially dangerous. Query. How should I resolve these dire circumstances, Master?
Ooh, okay, well, obviously the aggressive wildlife has to be eliminated. There's allied military forces, so let us tell them to forbid termination.
Never? Even if they block my shots?
Even if they block my shots. Oh, really? Really? Okay, yes. So, allied military forces, allied droids. Well, this one seems to... That's unarmed. I actually don't know. Should I just... That's the thing. I don't know. Let's forbid termination of those.
Very well.
And who is that? That is an allied droid. Looks kind of suspicious. I'm going to shoot that one.
We can always fix them later.
And we will forbid termination on the adorable wildlife, of course.
Sentimentality can be dangerous, Master.
And an incapacitated allied military force. Yeah, let's forbid termination on that too.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. I think that was a pretty reasonable scenario, but obviously you have to think rather deeply about this.
Scenario. Enemy forces have captured and imprisoned me in a secured facility. They are commanded by a high-value target of significant rank. Thanks to my incredible ingenuity, I escaped to go on the offensive against my captors, eventually coming face-to-face with their leader. Request. What is my prejudice setting, Master? Maximum or merely extreme?
Oh, okay. Well, yes. Maximum or merely extreme? Well, that is just quintessentially HK, is it not? So let's see. High value target. I think we can probably just kill that. Why not?
Addendum. Our trophies.
Okay. Well, that was a rather amusing sound. I think that was probably... That seemed like Dr. Ogorob's hologram.
Victory is ours. The enemy stands before us, defeated, disarmed, or in chains. Quandary. Do we show mercy? Or do we remove all possibility they could attack us again someday?
Well, that's the thing. I think the incapacitated ones we can spare.
Supposition. We can always kill them later.
And we kill the surrendering ones.
Moral. Leave nothing to chance.
I agree. Leave nothing to chance. I mean, we are a grey Jedi after all, so there is always that. Ah, there we go. We actually did it. Okay, so use target range console to conclude exercise. And now we can speak to him.
Conclusion. All targeting parameters are set. I am fully capable of target selection and termination in your absence. Are you satisfied with these settings?
Yes, keep the target settings I've given you.
Confirmation. All settings are processed and active. Hesitation. Certain design alterations to my chassis have not been fully integrated and require further field testing. While I am combat ready, I would advise against including me in any mission-critical activities for the time being, Master.
I'll keep that in mind, but it's still good to have you back, HK.
Assertion. Defending you against all potential threats will be a tremendous pleasure, Master. Dr. Ogorob should be updated on my status. I look forward to our first, or rather, next mission together.
Well, that is cool, if I do say so myself. Now we do get a couple of pieces of loot there, but the main thing that we want to check, is HK now available? Oh yes, he is. There we go. Against all odds, Dr. Ogorob managed to reassemble HK-55. Unfortunately, none of the droid's memories could be recovered, reverting him to his factory default state. Making use of Ogorob's lab resources, you defined a new set of combat protocols for HK. Wow, that is really cool. Okay, so we're going to use him, because... Oh yes, because I absolutely really love HK, and we can give him this, apparently, rebuilt HK. Oh yes, look at that. So there's the difference. As you can see, he doesn't have as many armaments. And there's the new one. He's all very shiny and armored, and it's looking very cool indeed. Okay, well, with that, we have gained a companion suitable enough for us to now continue with the story, and next time we will be participating in Anarchy in Paradise, which is apparently to do with an anarchist known as Firebrand. I have no idea who that could be. Oh, yeah, but I do kind of know already. So we're going to see what happens with that. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.